black women keep on keeping on no matter what we do to them. You can't keep them down because they've developed coping skills that we pale faces will never develop because we've never had to live with the kind of treatment that black people have to live with. I'll never forget the woman at the University of, I think it was Indiana, University of Indiana. They introduced me and we were going to talk about racism. We're going to talk about differences. And a white woman said, why are we talking about differences? We are all more similar than we are different. Why can't we talk about similarities? I said, I'll show you why. And I didn't intend to do this, but she asked a dumb question. That's a dumb question. So I looked at a white, tall. Well, it is. There are questions that just ought not to be asked. And that's one of them. I pointed at a tall white male sitting there. I said, will you come up here, please? Okay. And he, look at me. I'm tall and white and I'm okay. So I pointed at a taller black woman. I said, can you come up here? So they stood on one on my left, the white man on my left, and the black woman on my right. And I said to the audience, and I was thinking, let them not fail this test. Because these were all department heads and administrators. I said, now, do you folks see any differences here? Yeah, I said, what's the first difference you see? They said, height. That's the first difference they saw. I didn't go for it. I just said, okay. And I said to this tall male, is your height important to you? Well, did you earn it? No. Did it give you power? Yes. Your height gives you power. Absolutely. I thought, oh, fools, shut up now. But they don't know enough to shut up. And I said to this black woman, is your height important to you? And she said, yes, but there are some other issues to deal with. I said, we'll get to them eventually. So I said, okay, his height gives him power. See any other differences here? So they said, age. I asked him if his age was important to him. Well, yeah, okay. Does it give you power? Yes. So you have power because of your height, because of your age. Yes. To the black woman, is your age important? She said, yes. No, it doesn't give me power, but there are some other issues to deal with. So I said, once again, do you see any other differences here? And at that point, they said sex. And I said to this tall, pale male, is sex important to you? And then he got red as a beet. And I said, oh, forget that. I just turned you into a man of color. Let's put it another way. Is the fact that you're male important to you? Yes. These things happen. And I know it sounds ridiculous because what we do in this country is ridiculous. He said, yeah, okay. Yes, his gender gives him power. I said, you're pretty powerful, aren't you? Yes, I'm not afraid of anything. So I said to this female, is your gender important to you? Yes, but there are other issues to deal with. I said, all right, we'll get to it. And finally, some woman said color. I said, thank you very much. This is the first time I've ever heard the word color. Now, are you talking about hair color? Skin color? She said, skin color. So I said to this fool on my left, is the fact that you're white important to you? Yes. I said, did you earn your color? No. Is it an award? No. And it's important to you? Yes. To give you power? Yes. Are you afraid of anything? You want to tell me again? I don't have any fear at all. Nothing. I'm not a fear of anything. I thought, you just don't know when to shut up, do you, Whitey? I didn't say it. I was totally disgusted. So then I turned to this black woman and I said, is the color of your skin important to you? And she waited a long moment. And by this time, there was one tear slowly making its way down the side of that beautiful black face. And she said, I'm going to say something now that I've never said before. And I said, and that's because, she said, I'm ashamed of it. I said, and that would be, she said, I have 2 children, both daughters. She said, both times when she said, I didn't want to think about what he'd have to go through. And I didn't want to think about what I'd have to go through when I lost him. And by that time, you heard a feather fall in that room. The only sound you heard was this man on my left going, and I thought, cry, you SOB. You created the problem that you've got for yourself just now, and you enjoyed it. And I said to the group, all right, well, this man doesn't fear anything. This woman has to be sure that she doesn't have a son. White women pray to have a son because the son will carry on the family name. She doesn't even have that privilege, that right, that much freedom. We're talking here about the land of the free, and I pointed at the man, and the home of the brave. That's what we're talking about. And that's what Colin Kaepernick refused to salute during that particular national anthem. The people in the stands. the land of the free and the home of the brave. The home of the brave were those black men on the field getting their brains beat out so that they could have enough to live on in their later years.
Hmm.